Well, hello, I'm Alyse.
And I'm John. So we'll do it again,
The
just in
Alyse
case.
Home team. And behind us, we swear, is not actually a green screen of puffy clouds. It is the actual honest-to-God hill country.
I don't know. It's a new recording for my Zoom meetings, right? My custom background. This is it.
We are out in the country for a little bit for my 40th birthday.
That's right.
Aww.
Big 4-0.
Oh, such a baby. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing as well as can be expected right now. We wanted to give you the big old market update for what the hay happened during August, leading up to September of this year. Yeah. And it is more crazy.
It continues to be, well, it just keeps going the same direction. So it's going to sound kind of similar.
It is, but the crazy is getting to a new level.
The intensity is still impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
So you want to start with Austin first?
Let's start with all of Austin. So
Okay.
This is Austin city limits.
Yep.
You know, everything with an Austin address, actually.
Which continues to grow and grow because Austin keeps annexing.
So the first thing we look at is homes that are active on the market right now, and there are 1,132 homes in the entirety of Austin with Austin addresses.
Yeah, and that's in a city with roughly a little over 1 million people. Right?
Yeah.
1,000 homes for sale.
Definitely, and
Not many.
that is down 22% since July.
Yeah, in 1 month.
Yeah, in 1 month. In July, it was at 1,457.
Now, I remember back in the early part of the year, like January, February, it was about that mark. So like it had gone up a little bit, into like maybe the mid 1,000s, like 1,500, was already started to shrink back down. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's almost like our spring got bumped to our summer, and our summer's getting bumped to our fall.
Seasons are all whacked.
It's just really weird.
This is going to be a hot winter comparatively to other winters, and like next spring, it's just going to be gangbusters.
Yeah.
There's all that pent up demand.
Definitely. But the good news is deferments continue to fall. So, I mean, theoretically, the huge burst of foreclosures that everybody was waiting on, doesn't appear.
Well, it's not here yet.
It's not here yet.
So we're still watching, but it's not here yet.
And note that, because things sell at, about 1,000 homes in all of Austin per month, that so long as we don't get a huge influx of 5,000 homes, we're not even going to be at a balanced buyer-seller market.
No,
So
even if we did get 5,000, we might be balanced.
yeah, it would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
It would be so lovely.
I know, we'll see. But so far, it's still very tight.
Not as fun for our sellers, but much more fun for our buyers. And just to let you know that since 2019, the same month, August 2019 to August 2020, their actual honest-to-God flies. Wow, your green screen is really working.
I know, that comes with the flies.
It does. There might even be some deer. We've seen some deer wandering along in the back of our green screen.
You might get lucky and see a jackrabbit.
There was a jackrabbit too. It was so
Okay,
cute. The kids
stats.
freaked out. Okay, sorry. For August of 2019, we were at 2,240 homes available in the
double.
Austin area. We are down 49%, almost 50% since last year at the same time. And now let's compare that to what's actually selling.
Okay.
So,
Sell-through number
yeah.
for Austin, 1,115. Right, what's our actives? 1,132. So basically right at 1 month of inventory.
1 month of inventory. So again, inventory is how long it would take for everything to sell out if it continued to sell at the current rate of selling.
And no new homes came on the market.
There's a lot of selling.
Yeah.
Sell.
1 month.
But how does that compare to July of this year? In July of this year, we were at 1,423. So we're down 21% in 1 month from July to August of this year. And how does that compare to last year?
We're at 1,178, so down 5%. So last year this time was still just as tight.
Yeah. Exactly, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I think that most of that progress was done more in the spring versus this year.
Right.
A lot of that progress, whatever you like, the wiping out of the inventory, decimating of the inventory.
It happened in spring, now it's happening in fall.
Yeah, exactly. Everything got kind of wonky. So, of course, what does that do to prices?
The same thing it does to prices every month, baby. Right?
Try to take over the world.
Yeah, by increasing home prices.
So, I think we're showing our
So what are we at?
We are at a median home price in Austin of $486,000. So again, a median is if you lined up all the prices from lowest to highest and you pick the one in the middle. We find that that's a more accurate statistic because an average gets skewed by the $15 million home dragging everything up. The median is really kind of what your average buyer is getting in Austin.
Even though it's median, and we just use the word average, but you know what we mean.
Yeah, exactly.
More representative.
Technically, they're all within the category of averages. One is just, the mean, median, and the mode.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go look up your Algebra 1 class.
I'm going to go into math teacher mode if you don't watch out. Okay. So anyway.
In July.
July of this year, it was at 469,000.
So up, what, 3.5%?
3.5% in a month. And how much is it up over last year for all of Austin?
17%.
Yeah, it was at 415,500 last year for August of 2019.
The S&P is done in a year. I should have brought that stat.
You know what?
I don't know.
We'll do that next time. That's very us.
Yeah.
Let's look at the larger financial picture and how it pertains to it. Let's look at South Austin, because even though we technically do stuff all over Austin, we live in South Austin, and
it's just fun to compare.
it is.
Right? You got to pick one spot, because if we did every part of the city, we would be here forever.
We would. Would you listen to the whole thing? You would so listen to the whole thing, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Oh, we'd have to stay funny straight for like 3 hours.
Which is tough.
Yeah, exactly. Like 10 minutes.
I don't even think we're being funny now, honestly.
I mean, we could try.
Okay, South Austin.
The effort is what matters. Okay.
To somebody.
South Austin.
Okay, this is funny because this is 4 zip codes, right? This is just 4 zip codes west of 35, south of 71. When we say South Austin, we don't mean 04. There are 119 actives. That's roughly
119 homes available to be purchased.
That's right. So this is like 30 per zip code if you were to average it.
That's crazy.
It's just
okay.
Nuts.
So just to give you perspective, in July of this year, so 1 month earlier, we were at 172. So we're down 31% in 1 month.
Yep.
Last year, same month.
Yep. 377.
Exactly. We're down 68% in South Austin for available inventory. In other words, if you were thinking about selling your home in South Austin to go someplace else, it might not be a horrible time.
Yeah.
And then what about sales, John?
Okay, so we got 240 sales in the month of August, right?
Yep.
If we've got 119 active, note that's double. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Double.
They're twice as many homes selling as there are currently available on the market. And then as of July, we were at 311
So the
sales.
sales are still slowing down.
Sales are slowing down, but you know what? That's going to be largely the truth when you have so much less inventory.
There's nothing to buy.
I genuinely have buyers that want to be under contract and are not.
They just can't find
and I don't want to
house.
deter you from buying. Plenty of buyers are wanting to be under contract and getting under contract. But some people
Just
who are
takes
looking in
longer.
hot areas, they need a little bit of time. Whereas usually, you can find something you love within a month or so. It's taking a little bit of time right now.
Yeah, and so year over year, actually,
We're only down 9%.
Yep.
We were at 264 homes available in South Austin last year for the same month, August 2019, and as compared to 240 right now for August.
so it's
down
down a little, but still year over year, it was still almost as bad last year. Right?
Definitely. Price. Let's look at price.
Okay.
Ha! This one isn't as devastating.
No, so in the South Austin area, the median price is $410,000, so better than Austin
overall,
on average, right? But
Reasonable.
month over month, it's exactly the same.
Exactly the same. It
So
was
that's
exactly the same in
nice.
July 2020 versus August
Yep, so
2020.
still 410, but year over year,
Year over year, it's gone up 13%. I'm not going to lie. That's decent appreciation. If you were an owner,
362.
that's not a horrible
from
thing.
last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was 362,750 last August 2019 versus 410 for August 2020. So that's a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, those are the numbers for August. Now, normally this is where the market might slow down a bit.
Yeah.
But, all that pent up demand, we had this big dip because of COVID. The COVID numbers are getting better, so
nobody knows where things are going
people's
politically,
confidence might be going
socially,
up. But we've got the election
health-wise.
coming up, of course, which is giving people the jitters. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens the rest of the year. This is typically where I'd hope to see,
some slowdown.
Yeah,
All of our buyers that were waiting.
Normally, inventory shrinks a little bit further in the winter, but who knows?
But also
right?
demand theoretically shrinks. But I mean, I can't even tell you how many people have told me they're waiting off till fall.
All bets are off,
Yeah.
right? Like just
Things are going to be weird, and they
It's gonna
might
stay weird.
link back up with quote unquote normal in the spring. One can hope.
yeah, we'll
But
see.
until then, things are weird, and we will be here every month to tell you how weird they are.
Well, they say keep Austin weird.
They do.
I don't think they're talking about the
But I
housing
don't
market
think-
when they say that.
Yeah, exactly. Nor do they want
supposed to be like
keep Austin unaffordable.
Colors, musicians, and like that cool guy on the street, right, on the skateboard, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's just like, okay, you'd think it would have a cooling period. But at the same time, we have such an influx of people
Yeah.
that because of all the businesses or all the larger companies building offices here and manufacturing here and such that.
And all of the developers and like software people who are just like, well, I can work from anywhere, so I'm going to go to Austin. Where
Oh, I can't even
buy
tell
like triple
you
a house for the third
how many
of the money.
people,
Right?
and I love them, don't get me wrong, but they're just like, well, now we're not tied to a particular office, so let's move where we actually want to live. And people want to live in Austin.
I do.
It's cool here. I mean, we're not here. We're a couple hours out of here, but we're here.
We're here.
We are here.
Central Texas, you get all of these wonderful cedar trees, right?
Exactly, that you see on our green screen.
They're great.
Especially with the flies.
Yeah, with the flies. Green screen with flies. It's in a little jar, and you open it up, and you let the flies out.
What
with the
happens
green
when the
screen.
first jar of flies runs out? Do they go back into the jar?
Details, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's a service,
do you
right?
have to order?
They keep sending you new
Subscription.
flies, right? For
Subscription
$9 a
service
month,
for
you get a new
flies.
jar of flies to go with your green screen.
If you just say no, I say no to the flies.
They charge you anyway. They send you an empty jar.
Yeah, like, we're going to charge you to keep the flies out of your house.
Okay, we have gone so off the rails here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Mwah. If you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell, we would love to help them. If you just have questions about Austin, the market, neighborhoods, any of that jazz, we'd love to help you. Please say hi, guys.
Okay, now I gotta go hit the button because our daughter has abandoned us as our
daughter
camera jockey.
totally abandoned us.